moving, have a ball. Move Ball Community World Cup. Get moving, have a ball. Everyone together, big and small. Move Ball Community World Cup. Get moving, have a ball.
Good morning everybody, it's Mark from Move Ball. Hope you're all well. Today is day 2 of the Football World Cup and the Move Ball Senior and Dementia Care Community World Cup. Hope you all enjoyed the first day. Firstly, a thank you to obviously everybody that's joined in anyway, but there was a number of care homes that actually submitted pictures of the activities that they've been doing or the daily Move Ball challenges that they've been doing. There was people that submitted video score predictions, which was brilliant. So really big thank you to all the care homes that got involved by sending stuff in. So the ones that sent stuff in yesterday, so I could see they had a lot of fun, were Rivermead Court, part of the Cinnamon Care Group. So they did amazing. I think they did really well on their Move Ball Daily Challenge. They sent in a video prediction where they got one of them right out of the 2. We had Bagshot Gardens sending in pictures, and one of the ladies that I am regularly doing Move Ball with in person, she did the challenge. I'm sure she did amazing. She's absolutely brilliant netballer. So yesterday was perfect for her, throwing the balls into the bucket. We had lots submitted from Hartley House Care Home. They submitted some pictures and predictions, etc. Virginia Water, lots of great pictures of the residents getting involved in the Daily Move Ball Challenge. And I even saw some staff getting involved. I think it might have been chefs and kitchen staff as well. So that is brilliant to see, because it's all about bringing the community together and allowing the residents to feel like they're part of something bigger. And also Arbury Residential sent some great pictures in as well, I think, and some really good engagement there. So thank you very much. Really appreciate all those pictures. I did a few, over the last couple of days, I've done a few kind of dedicated posts to that on a daily basis. That will now move to a weekly. So there might be a teaser throughout the week of 1 or 2 pictures, but in the main, it'll be a weekly review where you'll see a montage of everybody's pictures and videos all in one go. So, what happened yesterday? It was obviously the day 1 of the World Cup. We had the opening ceremony. I think there was 2 opening ceremonies actually. One where all the bands were playing and Shakira was there performing her song, and then we had one just before kickoff where they brought all the flags out to the centre circle, and that was quite a big show as well. So that was brilliant. And then the football finally kicked off, which we've all been looking forward to, and you've all been busy predicting what the scores were going to be and stuff. First of all, we had Mexico versus South Africa. So the host country in their stadium called the Azteca in Mexico, they apparently haven't lost there, or have only lost there 2 times in 65 years, I think they said on commentary, which is amazing, which I'd kind of predicted Mexico to do well because of their home advantage. I didn't realise they were so strong at home. So Mexico kicked off with a win. They won 2-0 against South Africa. Both goals were pretty decent goals. Both goals in the one goal was really early on in the first half, and one goal was in the second half. There was also 3 red cards, which is a bit crazy. Last World Cup there was only 4 in the whole tournament. Last night there was 3 in the first match. South Africa got 2 red cards, so they finished with 9 men, and then Mexico finished with 10 men because they got 1 red card as well. So an entertaining game, really good start to the tournament, and well done to those who predicted Mexico. So I think Rivermead Court, Virginia Water Care Home, Avery, and Hartley House all predicted Mexico only to win. And then we had 2 that predicted both results right. So we had Arbury Residential and we had Bagshot Gardens. So they both predicted Mexico, and then they also predicted South Korea in the second game. So it was South Korea versus Czechia, and South Korea won 2-1. As I thought it would be a bit of a battle of different styles. So South Korea played some really good football. They were very, very fast, worked so hard. But then Czechia were just very strong and good at heading the ball, good at defending, and good at getting their goal was through a header, and they scored another goal through a header that was disallowed through offside. So final score was 2-1 to South Korea. Czechia did actually take the lead through a header midway through the second half, and then South Korea battled back, scored 2 within about 10 minutes and held on for the win. So that was a big win for South Korea. Their first win for 16 years in the World Cup, I understand. So again, well done to Arbury Residential and Bagshot Gardens, who predicted both of those scores right. So they sit at the top of the leaderboard, closely followed by Rivermead and Virginia Water and Hartley House, who have got 1 point, and the leaders have got 2. So well done. Now on to the fixtures. So it is Friday today, so I'm conscious that some staff may or may not be in over the weekend. So I'm going to run through all of the fixtures for Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So you've got an opportunity to predict them all now if you want to, depending on what your weekend shifts look like. Or you can split them day by day, I don't mind. But ideally, just have everyone predicting by 4:30 on the day of the kickoff. But as I say, you've got the opportunity to do it now if you wish. So Friday's games, day 2. 8 p.m. we've got Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Canada, another host nation, so they're at home as well, same as Mexico were. And I've got a feeling this is going to be a tight game, but I think I saw a bit of Canada in the last World Cup and they looked okay. So I'm going to go with a Canada win. And then at 2 a.m, so Friday into Saturday, we've got USA, who are obviously the third host nation, against Paraguay. And I think this will be another tight game to call. I think both teams will probably play similar sort of football and cope with the conditions similarly as well. But I just got a feeling USA will win. I think they'll do okay in the tournament. They've got Mauricio Pochettino, who used to be at Spurs in England, and yeah, he's quite a good manager, so I think they'll do okay. So I'll go with USA for that. And then on Saturday at 8 p.m, we've got Qatar versus Switzerland. I think it will be quite tight, but I think Switzerland will have too much for Qatar. Switzerland are usually fairly solid at tournaments, usually quite hard to break down and usually scrape the win. So I think Switzerland will win that. And then at 11 p.m. on Saturday night, we've got Brazil versus Morocco. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This is probably the first game that actually feels like a big game. Obviously, you do get that in tournaments in the early stages where sometimes it's quite predictable. But this game, really, really strong teams. Brazil, obviously, the history of Pele and Carlos Alberto and loads of players. So, yeah, really, and obviously Ronaldo, my favourite, Brazilian Ronaldo. I always remember really fondly the transition from in 1998, he played so amazing in France World Cup, and then he unfortunately had a seizure just hours before the final. So he did play in the final, but that affected how well he played. And then he turned that fully around, and in 2002 he absolutely dominated that World Cup, and Brazil actually went on to be the champions. But that was the last time they've been champions, so they haven't been champions for 24 years now, so maybe this is their year. But they're playing against Morocco, who are a really, really strong team. So yeah, Morocco got to the semi-finals of the 2022 World Cup, and they'll be looking to try and repeat that run or even go better. So I think a really, really good game at 11 p.m. tomorrow. But I'm going to go for Brazil. I think they'll win a high-scoring game. I think it'll be 3-2 to Brazil. Saturday night into Sunday morning, we've got a 2 a.m. kickoff for Haiti and Scotland. So I know a lot of the Scottish lads and lasses are looking forward to that. Scotland have got a bank holiday awarded to them on Monday so that they can stay up late on Saturday night. So I think that's very generous to be awarded that. But hopefully they go out and enjoy it, and they enjoy their night and they enjoy their extra day off. I think they should have too much for Haiti, although I have heard that Haiti are probably stronger than lots of people give them credit for. But I certainly think Scotland are quite strong. The likes of Scott McTominay He's a real character for them. He used to play for Man United, did really well, and he's doing really well in Italy and for Napoli as well. So I think Scotland will have too much for Haiti. So I'll go for Scotland win there. And then still Saturday night to Sunday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning on the Sunday. We've got Australia versus Turkey. A difficult game to call. I think both teams could have the ability to do okay. But I'm going to go for a Turkey win there. They have got a few decent players who play for top teams across Europe, such as Real Madrid and Inter Milan. So I'll go for a Turkey win. And then on Sunday at 6 p.m, we've got Germany versus Curacao, I want to say, Curacao. I'm not sure how you say that. I've not seen any of them play football. I think some of them are even part-timers as well. So you would imagine Germany would probably win quite easily. But you never know in football, but I'll go with Germany. And then at 9 p.m. on Sunday, we've got the Netherlands versus Japan. I'm really looking forward to this game. Similar to the Czech Republic and South Korea game, I think that there'll be a difference in styles between Netherlands and Japan. I think Japan will run and run and run, and I think they'll play some really quick football. But then Netherlands have got a really good, strong squad as well. But I'm going to go for Japan to win that one. I think they'll scrape a 2-1 win over the Netherlands, and I think Japan could go on quite a decent run and potentially go quite deep into the tournament as well. And then Sunday night into Monday morning, we've got at midnight, we've got Ecuador versus Ivory Coast. I don't know much about either of these teams, but I have read that Ecuador have not lost for 19 games, I think, and they've kept clean sheets in 14 of them. So I'm going to go with an Ecuador win. And then at 3 a.m, so Sunday night to Monday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, we've got Sweden versus Tunisia. Again, not too sure about either of them. Sweden didn't even qualify properly for the World Cup. They had to win another couple of games, qualification games, to get through. But I'm going to go with Sweden. I think they'll be a bit too strong for Tunisia. So that runs you through Friday, Saturday and Sunday's fixtures into sort of Monday morning. And then I'll come back with the dailies. Then you can predict daily from there. I will do a daily video still on Saturday and Sunday just to give you an update. I'll give you the fixtures again, but you've got them now if you want to text them or email me or WhatsApp me across today, and then they're all registered for the weekend. You don't need to worry about it if you're at home enjoying the sun in the garden. And lastly, that takes us on to the Move Ball Daily Challenge. So yesterday it was to throw the ball into a bucket or a box or whatever that might be. I've seen pictures of people throwing massive, big inflatable balls. I've seen pictures of people throwing socks, screwed up bits of paper, small tennis balls. I love the creativity there because that's what we want to do. We want to be accessible to everybody, and absolutely just go and use any piece of equipment you can. Absolutely love to see it and love to see the pictures and the videos. But I have to say a big well done to Rivermead Court, who got 66 yesterday, and that's an amazing score. I've seen some of the videos and they're going for it. They really want to win that, and that's good to see. So well done to Rivermead Court. We also had Virginia Water, who got 20, I believe, and I think it was Arbury House that got 19 as well. So Virginia Water 20, Rivermead Court 66. So that was a good one. So on the daily challenges, you won't get scored for your individual points that you scored yesterday. So for example, Rivermead Court got 66 yesterday, and then the next one got 20. So we're going to just try and keep it close so that it stays competitive throughout the tournament. So for example, on yesterday's one, the winner, i.e. Rivermead Court yesterday, they would get 2 points for winning the challenge. And then everybody else that has had a go at it and submitted a score will get 1 point for their efforts. Okay, so I just want to keep it a bit closer because in the case of yesterday, for example, Rivermead Court would already be running away with the league. So I want to keep everybody excited and involved and engaged, and at a point where they can still catch up rather than being 50 odd points behind on day one. So 2 points for the win on the daily challenge and 1 point for submitting your score. Today's challenge is going to be, you're going to throw a ball or a screwed up bit of paper or a tennis ball or socks or whatever you can find. Even if it's a cushion, we don't mind. We just want to see the residents engaged. You're going to throw a ball. You're going to then clap and catch it. Just like this. So today's move ball challenge is, I want you to throw the ball, clap and catch. Let me just put my mic down. So every time you complete one successful throw, clap, catch, like this, you then pass the ball to the next person. When they complete one successful throw, clap, catch, they pass it to the next person. So what I want to know is how many successful throw, clap, catches you and your team and the residents and the staff can get in 5 minutes. Now, if you're feeling clever, you might want to get a throw, 2 claps and a catch. And if I see a picture or ideally a video of that going on, you get an extra bonus point for your care home. Okay, so I'll demonstrate now. Throw, 2 claps and a catch. I reckon I'm going to be seeing a lot of throw, clap, clap catches on the video, so you guys can get some extra bonus points. Okay, so that was day 2 challenge with the throw, clap, catch. And now we're going to show you day 3, so Saturday's daily move ball challenge, and day 4, Sunday's daily move ball challenge. Again, just because of the uncertainty around the shift patterns, just making sure you've all got a chance to get your challenges completed, whether that's today or whether that's across the weekend as well. So day 3 and day 4, here we go. Saturday, day 3, move ball challenge. You're going to be sitting in a circle, and then you're going to throw the ball to the person next to you. So a little throw, pretend I'm 2 people, throw and a catch, and then this person would throw and then the next person catch. Every time you do a throw and a catch, that is a completed pass. How many consecutive completed passes can you do without dropping the ball? If you drop the ball, don't worry, but the count starts again. I want to see what the highest score is. So if I throw, catch, throw, catch to the next person, throw, catch, and then throw and drop, then my points start again. Day 4 of the daily move ball challenge is to pass it around your head. Okay, so you got the ball or your screwed up bit of paper or your socks. You're just going to reach up, pass the ball around your head. 2 and 3. When you've done the third, you're going to pass the ball to the next person. They're going to then pass the ball around the head 3 times, pass it to the next person. How many can you get in 5 minutes? So if you complete that 3 times, that's 1 completed set. How many can you get in 5 minutes? If you drop it, don't worry, just have another go. The count doesn't reset today. It's just how many can you get in that, how many completed sets can you get in that 5 minutes? Okay, so that brings us to the end of the day 2 daily move ball video, daily move ball World Cup video. So thank you very, very much for listening. Thank you once again for all your participation. Everybody who's sent in predictions, videos, pictures of your activities, your challenges, and obviously your predictions as well. Really, really want to see how you're getting on with the activity book. Because I know there's kind of 2 activities per day that are listed out there. So just let me know your feedback on that, how you're getting on with everything in there. Send me some pictures, some videos. Keep up the great work. keep enjoying the World Cup. That's what this is all about, bringing everybody together as a community. Keep going, keep smiling, get moving, and have a ball. Thank you very much.
Move Ball Community World Cup.